And now your weather from News 9.
And good evening, everyone. Well, we've been talking about it and anticipating this for at least a few days now, and here it is. It's finally moving in. It's the storm system that's been out to the northwest now for the past couple of days, it seems like, and we've had some snow showers over Colorado. Well, now that precipitation is finally moving into parts of Oklahoma. As of right now, all of that is basically in the Panhandle. And we also have some travel advisories, but that is for the Texas Panhandle, nothing for the Oklahoma Panhandle, at least at this point. So looking at Storm Shield 9, it looks like some of the heaviest reflectivity is basically showing up in the Texas Panhandle. That's what we've been expecting. Again, I'm not really expecting a whole lot in the Panhandle, but we are still expecting at least some mixed precipitation parts of western Oklahoma. And that is actually where we find our own News 9 storm tracker, Val Castor. Val, you're out west, and it looks pretty quiet out there right now. What are you expecting out there, Val?
Yeah, Cassie, currently we're in Elk City right now, and there's really not much going on at the moment here, but we are expecting overnight for snow to start forming out here sometime during the middle of the night, and could get, 1 to 2 inches, possibly, I don't know, even more in a few local spots, but we will be covering that tomorrow for the morning show, and we'll be covering it pretty much all morning long as it takes. But we will be out here and covering it. Back to you, Cassie.
All right, thanks so much, Val. Let's go ahead and go back to computer. I'm going to show you where Val is. So there's Val. He's right around Elk City, but obviously it has not moved into far western Oklahoma just yet. And this is one of the products that's very exclusive to News 9, one of our dual pole products. It tells you the difference between where the snow is and where the rain is. Where you're seeing the green and the yellow, that's indicating rain. And notice it just changed over to blue. So the temperatures are beginning to cool not only aloft, but at the surface as well. So we're starting to see some more snowfall, and that does include very far southern Beaver County. How much snow has fallen so far? Well, not a whole lot, especially here in this state. In fact, we did a little query here out in Cimarron County. We've only seen about 1/4 of an inch so far. Again, we still have several more hours to go. This is our tower camera from my Air Covered Sky Cam network. Pretty quiet here in the metro. I expect it to remain pretty quiet here this evening and overnight tonight. Temperature 42 degrees. We still have a breeze coming in out of the north at 14 miles an hour, so it feels more like 35. But notice where the freezing line is. That's the white line that you see out there. That's where those temperatures are right at freezing, if not a little bit below. So we're at 37 degrees in Guyman, 37 in Woodward, and 39 in Alvis. So even if it were to snow pretty soon, obviously it's going to melt pretty quickly. We have a north wind between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. It's going to stay that way overnight tonight, but after factoring that in, it feels more like 30 degrees in Woodward, and it feels more like 32 degrees right now in Clinton. The big picture showing the jet stream, it's basically moving right across Oklahoma. That's going to help to carry this precipitation off to the east-southeast here over the next several hours. But as of right now, things are pretty quiet, at least out west. Again, at least for now. This is one of our models. This is a short-term model, and it's showing us that we think that some of this snow and maybe a little bit of a wintry mix, we're talking about a rain and snow mix, and maybe a few ice pellets possible in far western Oklahoma overnight tonight. But by the time we get into tomorrow morning, yes, a little rain in Oklahoma City, but by early tomorrow afternoon, all the rain is going to be well to our south and east. So temperatures dropping to the upper 30s here in the metro, but the low 30s in northwest Oklahoma, the upper 20s out around Guyman. So that's where we have a pretty good chance of seeing the snow, a rain and snow mix in western Oklahoma. The time of arrival, I think it's not going to get here until sometime after midnight for far western Oklahoma. How much are we expecting? Well, as far as around Elk City, around Clinton, we could see up to 1/2 of an inch. Basically, if we see any accumulation, it's going to be on grassy surfaces, so about 1/2 of an inch to 1 inch in parts of Roger Mills County. Sleet accumulations, really not a whole lot. I still think that's going to be about 2/100ths of an inch. By tomorrow morning, pretty good chance we're going to see the rain here in the metro, but by tomorrow afternoon, that's going to be moving off to the south and east, and temperatures tomorrow will only make it into the middle 40s. By the time we get to Thursday, seeing a little bit more sunshine, it will be warming up into the upper 50s. And for your Veterans Day, pretty nice, partly cloudy with temperatures in the low 60s. We'll be right back.